Hey smokers, Druaga1 here, and I'm back! Yay, I've been gone for a long time, and a lot of you have been worried about what the hell is going on in my life that was so terrible that I had to stop doing things. Well, it sure felt terrible, but apparently it wasn't terrible. The issue was health related, and I was concerned, and I did feel terrible, and I actually had to take a week off of work. But according to every test and everything and every doctor that I've seen, there's apparently not enough wrong with me to necessitate any further action at this time, I think. So if you're curious as to what exactly it was that I was going through or what is wrong with me, just go back and take a look at the 3D body adventure video where I talk about how back in 2005 I went to the cardiologist completely out of paranoia and had them do a full thing on me and to determine absolutely nothing was wrong with me. And guess what? I just did all of that all over again. The exact same thing. And although the test results weren't the same, and there are some things that are going on, nobody has really been able to give me a simple, straight answer as to what's going on. So I'm just sort of sitting here. I'm doing better now. I was feeling pretty weak to the point where it was hard for me to walk around. So, but it's not happening anymore. It's a very temporary thing. So, what's probably going to be said is, "Oh, it's just stress or too much working or something like that." But so if that's pretty much the extent of the explanation that I really feel comfortable talking about at this point in time. But do know that I'm back at work. I'm doing fine now. So uh, I'm gonna see if I can ease myself into videos because if this was in any way stress related, trying to work on the videos, obviously, that's why I wanted to take a break. So the other thing about me making videos is that when I get into like the last half of editing a video that's really long, I start to hate it. Like, oh my god, it becomes frustrating, annoying. I just want myself to shut up. I'm tired of listening to myself for the third time. Yes, the third time I have to do it the first time. I have to edit it, and then I have to watch it through it again to make sure everything's okay. At that point, I'm just so done. I'm starting to not even like my own content. In sometimes, I mean, like I know it is fun to make. It is fun to do stuff like the stuff that I do, but the actual putting it into a video that has started to get old. Some people have offered to edit my stuff, but it just hasn't worked out so well in the past. So I don't know if that means I'm just gonna have to do videos less often or what. So you're probably wondering what is all this shit on the screen? What's going on? Um, right now, I'm gonna do a pretty easygoing video about playing some games that I made back in the day. Some of them are from these are pretty much from the 2003 to 2005 era. I don't really remember. Some of them are actually from 2011. So I have organized these games in the order of which engine or software that was used to create them. We have the first column here, which is the GameMaker column. The second column is anything multimedia fusion related. This can include the Games Factory. This can include Click and Play. This can include multimedia fusion, or what are they calling it now? Click Team Fusion. Yeah, pretty much the Click Team engine right here. This column is games made using the GCS. There's more than just one, but I'm only going to be showing one for today. And then another one that was made with Dark Basic. Again, more than one of these were made. I have multiple games, but we don't have nearly enough time to go over all of them. But if there's demand, I'll make Let's Plays of my own games. Everybody would like that, right? Okay, so my first and most proud project, Grape Guy here, is a game that was made in 2003. Yeah, it's pretty dang old now. This was probably my quote unquote company's flagship game. It was, that's pretty interesting. I wrote a little help file to go along with it. So we can just go ahead and launch it now. This window is an 800 by 600 window. I think pretty much all of these games are 640 by 480 games. So let's say I'm going to launch this right now. Yeah, so that looks like that's probably 640 by 480. So that means it's pixel perfect on the screen right now. This is a 720p recording again, because again, recording these very, 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 very small games doesn't scale well for my big ass monitor. So again, this is keyboard controlled. Okay. So the reason I made this game is because okay, gotta have the cursor on the screen then. It's kind of funny. This game is a story of a ripoff, pretty much. Astral Entertainment made a bunch of games called Pac-Guy, and they later, out of their own need for self-preservation, renamed him to Pea-Guy because Pac-Guy sounded too much like Pac-Man, and the style of gameplay matched Pac-Man too much. And you can sort of see from this sort of looks like Pac-Man. I know that's really fucking stupid to say, but I collect the dots, which are pretty deafening. You know, I need to turn that down even more. And then I get to the end, the level's completed, essentially. And then I attack, or then I avoid the bad guys, throughout. And so this is pretty much a ripoff of Pac-Guy. You can see that when I press the button and release it, I don't keep moving. In earlier versions of the game I did, or Grape Guy did, I guess. But this is, and you see how it sort of bounces off the walls? I'll be getting to that a little bit later. That has to do with mimicking an effect that the Click Team engine games did when the stop command it sort of looked like you were bouncing into a wall, and I was trying to mimic that by giving Grape Guy the bounce command, just to sort of mimic that, because I didn't have the engine, I didn't have the games factory, I didn't have, for some reason, I didn't find Click and Play, even though that was free. I only had GameMaker, and it was the only thing I had found at the time. Sort of some out of order backstory here. GameMaker was the, God, that really is distracting. GameMaker, I downloaded it on dial-up back in 2003, and was really, I remember walking around the house thinking about all the crazy money I was going to make because I could sell my games that I made. And all it took was just a little bit of time playing around on a computer to make a game, and then I could sell games for a lot of money. And this was my first entry into that little goal. But that was back when I thought that games had to be produced, this was before like Steam and any other indie platforms. If I was a kid today, I probably would have been playing with Unity or something and actually uploading my games to Steam and making like some really shitty early access stuff or something. I have no idea. I bet you that would happen. So yeah, this game is pretty mindless. All you have to do is get all the dots, and then it makes the bricks go away, so you can get at the neuroatomic protocore at the bottom. And then this is one of the weird levels that if you haven't play tested the game a million times or no, you might be sort of confused by this. Now the controls are inverted, and now it is moving on its own. And it's really confusing. You bounce off the things that Grape Guy can break, but you destroy the things that Grape Guy can't break. Yeah. And then you start off a level like this, and of course I've played this so many times that it really would be interesting to see people who weren't me playing it. Just because it is sort of like a mindfuck. Why that took longer than like a second to load, I don't really know. This is on an SSD. I know it's in a virtual machine, but and yeah, this is like, I don't know, Dig Dug level or something. You're digging the dirt away. It's supposed to be dirt. So I thought I was going to make my own game. I wanted to be a game developer back in 2003. I wanted to... oh yeah, this is bullshit. Things up there. Yeah, all my friends got stuck on that level. So this is what happens when you die. You become a sad little ghost. And then you have to hit the R to revive yourself. So I revived myself, but one thing I didn't plan on putting into the code was that if you are overlapping a bad guy and the R, it'll just revive you and kill you and revive you and kill you, and then you'll run out of all your lives and then the game will be over. So make sure you're not standing over the R while there's a lot of enemies around. Yeah, nobody would figure this shit out, and they would give up probably after the orange level. Alright. Still a little thrown off by the fact that Really? Wow, this has never happened to me before. I don't think I can get this without... Oh, I got it! I got it! Wow, what a load of crap. And this level, which is like, ooh, which hole do you go in? Are there multiple endings? Did you really think that far into it? No, they all go to the same place. You are in the hole. Had some reactions from people that I thought it was like a very literal statement. You're in a hole. You've dropped down into a hole. Some people who played it had some negative reactions to that phrase. I guess I can see why at this point. This is the most challenging level in the game. There's some close quarters enemy avoidance that has to be done. The unpredictable and random nature of the bad guys makes them very... oh my god, it's almost like they have some sort of intelligence. I didn't actually get a high score, I guess. So you go back one level when you get a game over. Your score resets entirely, and then the game lags for some reason. I could really use some slow-mo right now. Fuck. Jesus Christ. There's no pattern. There's no pattern. Yeah, so this is actually the only challenging level in the whole game. Like, holy shit, I don't think I can do it. As you can see, I didn't really give much thought to level design. Most of the walls are all overlapping each other, and I didn't even use up the whole play field for the game. Okay, there's no way I can get in there. What the fuck? Okay, this music is like really annoying now. Fuck. Like, I used to be able to beat this level. And there's no level skip command as far as I can remember. I didn't program that in at all. Yes, I got it. That's what you pretty much have to wait for. Wait for him to go somewhere else. And so here we go. Here's our first thing. This is another troll people part of the game. Since we have so many games to cover, I'm just going to go to the correct answer. I believe the end sends you back to the last level. The thing here sends you back more levels. And this is the only actual real way to go, is keep going down to the next level. And so now we have the Cherry Guy. My headset just died or something. Cherry Guy is this rich philanthropist guy who's friends with Grape Guy, They're in a grocery store. That's the whole backstory, that they're produce in a grocery store. Very insignificant produce, I might add, in a grocery store. I had like this whole backstory. And then here's some dialogue here. Welcome to my bank, Grape. My headphones are still off. Welcome to my bank, Grape Guy. Hi, Cherry Guy. I will give you all the money in this bank because I am rich and you're my friend. So, you know, if I was rich, that's what I'd do for my friends. Just give them a bunch of cash, you know. Oh, yes, I am one wealthy vegetable. I mean fruit. I really don't know what I was going for there. Was that actually comedy? So, Cherry Guy moves away. I guess if you collide with him again, it will reinitiate the conversation. Which it does. And the reason I did that was so that you can actually see there's a dot at the bottom, because the main game loop probably needs to have a dot somewhere on the screen to delete the pieces, and then if there are no pieces to delete... Oh no, because Cherry Guy, the deletable pieces were right around the cache. And if I didn't have this, the deletable pieces would just immediately go away at the start of the level. So since he was the trigger for deleting those, I needed him to be the trigger and not this, but that still had to be on the level. Could have just put it outside of the play area, but whatever. He moves from here to here so that the conversation doesn't loop a million times if he is overlapping him. So making him move before the next detection of the collision, it keeps it so that it's not a problem. With constantly looping it, but I can go right back up to him and risk going into that conversation a million times in a row. So there's no point to the money. You don't have to get the money if you don't want. It just adds to your score. This is, of course, the first encounter with Evil Guy, who looks like he's from the Borg. Come back and see me when you are more powerful. So get stronger. So you get the P, and it doubles your movement speed, or triples it, I have no idea. Basically just makes it so that you run into walls faster and get stuck in them. So you start out here with the power already, and this is already lagging out. You gotta be a little bit careful. The only remaining threat in the game is the P, the red P. And the red P removes the power, so then you got to get a... So, you get the picture. However, I don't know how... Okay. Super job. And the level with superpowers. So this is another troll level. There's a P right here, and there's a P right there. You can't really see it because this background is like hot dog stand from Windows 3.1. So all you have to do is, you don't even have to go down there, you just... See you in the arena? It's supposed to be the arena, but it's arena. I didn't know that. And he turns into a little swirly thing. Do you want to fight Evil Guy, yes or no? No probably sends you back to the beginning of the game because I'm a troll, so let's just click yes. You will die. Now you have the final boss battle. So you gotta be careful, because even in your powerful state, he can still hurt you. Now this is a fucking stupid final boss, because you don't actually do anything, you just sort of sit here. But you have to get the momentum... you have to get the rock to hit him, and the rock only has to hit him once, apparently. And then he's gone. Now, at this point, the only way to complete the level is to get the rock off the screen, and that's why you have to build up its momentum each time you hit it. Increases its speed by a small margin, and then the game physics can't keep up with the speed of the rock, and it will go right through any kind of wall or anything, and then we'll leave the screen. Some really good bouncy ball physics here. GameMaker has come a long way since 2003. God, this looks like ass. "60 minutes later. Sleeping in bed and oh no! Bad guy used the keyboard to control some sort of like Christmas laser thing to fry Grape Guy into a raisin. Then he becomes Raisin Guy in the sequel. Unbelievable. Are we gonna play? Are we gonna play Raisin Guy? Absolutely not. Let's take a look at the help file. This is the Grape Guy help file. I would have played this on Windows 98, but it had some issues. So, arrow keys movement, W key windowed mode, F key full screen mode. Well, if I knew it was windowed, if it had windowed mode, I wouldn't have played this in a virtual machine. Christ. Full screen mode, save the game. You can save and load the game, which is kind of an interesting feature. It makes little save files. Restart the current level. Display the help file. When you see the R key, when you use the R key, your score will go back to 0. So you can restart a level if you're fucked on it, but it resets your score. To find Cherry Guy, but who will Grape Guy run into after he finds Cherry Guy? So you found Cherry Guy, I guess, to get money. You didn't really have to rescue him. He was in a bank. He was safe. He didn't really need anything. How to complete a level. Collect all the blue dots to get the atom that has become available to collect. To get the atom, simply go to the area of the wall that has disappeared to find the weak walls or walls. God, the spelling. Richest cherry ever. Don't worry, you will know him when you see him because he gives you one. Hold on a second. Million. Oh, that's 100 billionth of his cash. It looks like. Bad guys, blue, mean, ugly, and stupid. They're more cyan, but whatever. I'm clicking on the open broadcaster window. All I know is that he's gray and Lord of the Bad Guys, obviously evil guy. Dots, 10 points each, cash 1,000 points each, yellow P, superpower. So it really, if you press F1, it gives you all the information you need to know about the game. Yeah, Dung Trong, he actually provided music. I think it was on like the GameMaker forums back in the day. He was providing this music for game developers developing, and this is it's free music that you're hearing. If you can hear it, I turned it way down. This is sort of my little disclaimer. And then I put this little all rights reserved thing because I was so obsessed with people stealing my work, even though it's a 2-level deep rip-off chain of a game. And it's pretty shitty. But, how old was I then? I have no idea. Pretty young. 12? I think I was in 5th grade or something. I can't remember. So, we'll get out of that. Now, the next one I will be entirely muting for 2 reasons. Guy, well, let me just mute it here because I don't actually want to hear it. It's pretty terrible. Guy has songs from, wouldn't you know it, the Creative CD. I'm clicking on Open Broadcaster again. Oh my god. And let me bring the audio back up just in case I forget to unmute it. And it also has deafening sound effects. Terrible, terrible sound effects. So there's really no reason to have any sound on this at all. So there's a little bit of backstory here. In this game, you must get to the next level by eating all the red spherical objects we call dots. Again, another pac-guy / Pac-Man ripoff. Look out. If you see some people with arms and legs, don't go near them. If you do, you will be sorry. Clearly, this is a anti-human, anti-human. This is undertones here. The orange S action cylinder stands for different things like stop or small and squirt. These will help you in your quest. I like how I had some rich text formatting going on here. Got lives? If you don't, or you lost them all, you will get thrown back 1 level. If you are on level 1, then the game will restart. Doing any moving lately? If not, then you will need to know how to move me. Oh, so it's written in the first person? This is how you move using the arrow keys, not on the keypad. Thanks for the distinction. Will move me in the direction in the arrow you pressed was pointing. Dang, that was easy. Remember, if you get bored or want to get some fresh air, press escape at any time to quit. Need a break, press the F1 key to pause the game and show this helpful info. A little self-congratulatory there. Here is an old distress letter from 1219. Now, this portion was supposed to be in like an old English font, but apparently only the computer I had at the time had that font, and every other computer I tested it on just had the sans serif crap instead. To whom it may concern, please help me. The evil raiders have thrown me in a room that is escape-proof, and everyone else is in another room. I have been here for a week, and I am starving. They would not usually let me write this, but someone must lead the army to stop the raiders from taking over. Now, whoever you are, please know that the sacred red dots are very healthy to eat, and they will take you closer to me. I have put a spell on this letter to take you to my time to help. I found a piece of bread, but it will not last me long. To come to my time, sign here, Guy. Again, this was supposed to be like a kind of like Comic Sans-y-ish thing, but it didn't have that in the system here, as you can see. Created by Ian Anderson, all rights reserved. I don't really care what you do with this. Fair use, whatever. Just do whatever you want with it, whatever you see in here. Music by Creative. That's why we're muted. We know the creative sensitivities. So, most of the enemies in the game are... Oh, there is actually a health bar, which is kind of unique, and I'm losing some health here. The health bar was actually a new feature in the newer version of GameMaker at the time. Actually, you know what? Let's quit this and check the year on this. August of 2003. If you go back and look at the history of GameMaker versions, that was probably when GameMaker 5 was out, I believe. And Kelly Tag and the first Grape Guy were made with GameMaker 4. GameMaker is now on, I don't know, what, 11 or something like that. So let's go back to this. That's how the music goes. Very Baroque kind of music in the background right now. I don't even hear it, but that's what happened. Because I don't want to hear it, because every single time you eat one of these sacred red dots, it's just deafening. So you have to not die. I'm actually doing really poorly right now. You have to time the stop where they're out of the way. Otherwise, you're just fucked. Again, he looks exactly like Pac-Guy, except he's blue. The burning house. This just takes some timing. Now, you don't actually have to get all the dots. Here, you can't avoid this guy, so you just gotta run through them. Somehow I didn't die. Do I have to get all the dots? I don't even know. And there's the water. And I died again. This isn't even hard. Like, this is easier than... This is more scripted and easier than Grape Guy in pretty much every way. Holy shit, I'm doing terrible. He just burned my ass with a torch, fucking mobs. Jesus Christ, takes a long time. So now I'm on a dinner plate, and presumably someone eats me, and now I'm in their digestive system. But I guess I was really just more interested in the, having played Magic School Bus in the human body. Damn, I gotta make a Let's Play of that so bad. Even though this is not a Let's Play channel, but, I mean, holy shit. So yeah, this is the small intestine, I guess, and this is... I don't know what this is. This is, some shit here. Wait, why are the raiders inside this dude's... Why were there raiders of the exact same size inside a dude's digestive system? Maybe it's a giant. Maybe it's a giant that started eating both the raiders and the knights. And that's about it. And I guess this is... What is this? The toilet? I didn't really give it much thought. There's no more text at the top to tell me what level I'm on. shit. Gotta be very careful here, because if you get big before you go over here, you can't get over here again. Shit! I need some water. Holy shit. I'm not used to talking this much. Now, one of my friends actually pointed out that there is a slight bug here. You don't have to go around, you can just go through there, which is really going to help me, because I just want to fast track this as absolutely as fast as possible. Doesn't really help that much, though, since I'm probably going to die right here. Oh, okay. So this is probably the most detailed level I had ever made up to this point. There is floor texturing, there is carpet texturing, there's items, there's characters. This is what every level should have looked like. But at this point in time, I was probably playing Pacula's Curse, which was a lot more of a detailed game. It was a commercial release that I did buy, that you can get for free now from Monkey with a Mustache Entertainment. But they got some wood flooring, wood paneling there. That's nice. You press the little pressure plate and a gate opens. Holy crap! Talk about attention to detail here. I'm saved. Hi, I'm saved. Look at all this stuff. This is a cool freaking game now. So key, open the door. God, this is clunky. And then he can escape. I guess that was the inescapable room. He had a locked door and a pressure-plated gate. So yeah. And the next screen has a bunch of text on it that I don't think we'll be able to read all of it because of the font difference. I really hope I don't die here. It's really annoying. Oh, that's why. So the prisoner escaped and led the army to the raiders. Then the raid of evil was defeated, and the world was a better place again in 1219. After that guy goes back home to live a good life as a cashier at the grocery store, no doubt tying in with Grape Guy storyline. Who knows? Maybe he will go on another adventure someday. So the game is currently in the state of being paused. This is actually the player character with the item there. If it were unpaused, he would be movable in this area, but you can't move it right now. Score is 1975. The end. The game will now restart. The game will now quit. Now we have Cool Guy. I've played on here before, on the channel before. I'm little weary about having the video on here or the audio on here, because it is actually also creative music. So we won't have it just for safety's sake. So this is the first level. This is where I get the hell out of it first. You can check something. I think this was a 2004 one. As you can see, the symbol is a little bit different. No, just August. So we're on GameMaker 5 now. My skills had improved. I had the intro cinematic. Gets his glasses knocked off. What's up with the music? Sounds like messed up African. It is the Africa song. If you want to hear the song in its non-messed up form, you can go to the Creative Sound Blaster, my Creative Sound Blaster video for that. So, a lot of dialogue on this one. It must be the cannon that fired the dart at me. Looks like some anti-jerk cream. You have to get this item if you want to defeat the enemies. It's as simple as that. Push the rock into the wall. Kind of a cool little physics thing there with the rotation. You can really easily get stuck in the walls because I really wanted that bouncing effect. I wonder if I could use this cannon to shoot myself. And then that's kind of ominous. I guess it worked. A lot of cool effects I had never used before. All the walls. See, all of the walls, they're not overlapping. They're all even and they look nice. And they're a custom texture that I made. It's shit, but I made it. And then the catapult. This I was really proud of. I've already said this in another video, but this is a callback to a MacGyver episode where some chick's grandpa dies, and she's like, Opa, no. And, Opa, is that you? Cool guy, I need water. Why? Jerk leader burned me when I was taking a walk. It hurt so bad I screamed, and he threw me in this dungeon. Sounds like walking around in the Dominion, and there are fire bats everywhere. Wow, but don't worry, I'll find you water. Cool guy. And it says Opus 1776 to 2003, and I remember seeing maybe you guys can know the answer to this one, but I was watching some sort of comedy thing. I don't remember what it was, but it had to be something from probably the 70s, and it was a dentist, and he says, and they were like asking him, "Are you like a real dentist?" He's like, "Oh, see, yeah, of course I am." He was like this older guy. You can see my dental certificate, issued 1776, and it was like really funny because he was like really old. Or it was better if you watched it, and that's why it says he's like super old because he was born in 1776. So yeah, number one thing, no help file. Number one threat is getting stuck in the goddamn wall. Like, you have to restart the game. I don't know how to get out of this. Is there a restart? Okay, good. There's a restart level. You just press R. I don't really want to go through that again, but fucking hey. I made that wall, though. That little door. That was pretty cool. Be very careful not to bounce myself into a wall. And the funny thing is, even if I had used the stop command instead of the bounce command... Oh, here's the boss. Even if I'd used the stop command, sometimes you can still get stuck in the walls. The collision stuff on this just sucks. So there's literally no challenge here. You just hit this. Oh, there sort of is. So yeah, my first boss. Every time he gets hit, just shoot like a little jellyfish up at him. And then this is actually a trope. You see how there's light coming out of him? I gotta actually show you this. On TV tropes, this is actually what's known as pre-explosion glow. And in 2003, I was already aware of it and implementing it into a creative work. Really interesting how that actually came to be. Since power glows, everything emits light before it blows up, often in brilliant beams that work their way out of cracks in the surface of the doomed object. Often the object bulges like a balloon being squeezed before finally blowing up. So as you can see, got the shit going on here. And then you see and he's sort of rotating slowly as it's happening, and he's have that pre-explosion glow beams of light coming out. And so now the music is restored to exactly how it sounds like in the Creative Sound Blaster video. Better get out of here. And now he's just a patch of ash on the ground. Be careful not to step on the black holes. There is pretty much no challenge here, except being per pixel accurate with where you're moving. So really you're just fighting against the controls of the game rather than any actual challenge. And you can just mask her. Then you flip a switch. You better believe it. By the way, I need to find my glasses. Have you seen them? Don't ask. Too late. I think that's pretty cute. He's wearing a little kilt, but since he's a sphere, he can only like wear it on the back half of himself. It's not a hat. That's his kilt. But yeah, we're in Scotland, I guess. And here we have some interior work. We have some floors, and we have some stairs right here, and really nice feature, scrolling. But really nothing to the level except just walking through it. And then, of course, this level, which has Toccata Fugue, which is totally public domain right now. And this is probably one of the harder boss battles because after he hits every wall, he will move directly to the player. So you got to move over here. After the player dies, he moves at the slow speed to the next wall. Once he hits the next wall, he moves directly to the player. So you need to make sure that you get some breathing room like that. Let's see what the fuck is going on here. I don't remember what is up here. I gotta hit a switch somewhere. So yeah, really rudimentary AI, but, you know, effective at pissing you off if you don't know exactly what to do. Okay. Whoa, that was close. All right. Holy shit! Okay. Now he's running away from me, and now he's dead. So at this point in the game, I had stepped up the quality to the point where, you know, you have interiors, there's a ripped off texture from somewhere there, and now I'm stuck in the fucking wall. Oh my goddamn shit. God damn it. Oh, we gotta restart the level, for fuck's sake. For some reason, it lags like ass. Oh, fuck. I don't even know how to go up there. Fuck. Alright, maybe he's stuck there. Oh, nope, nope. He's back with a vengeance. Shit! Oh, no. And your challenges in gaming include fight. Oh, the door's already open, so I'm not fucked somehow. I don't know how. Yeah, there's something crazy going on to the right over there. I'll go kill him because I'm sadistic.
fucking legs.
Move into this portal, and it just repeats the animation over and over because there's no more game. Next game, Undertale. Yes, I made this game. So let's play it, I guess. It's another GameMaker game. As you can see, it's made a little bit more recently, but you can see I've learned a couple things. I've made some pixely stuff. I'm kidding. Okay, look, we're about an hour into this, and I haven't even started on the other games. I just did the GameMaker games. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop right here for now. If you guys want to see part 2 of this, let me know. It is much easier for me to make gaming videos, but I made the game, so I know a little bit. It's a little bit more interesting, I guess. This is back. I made these just so you guys are aware. This one, this one, this one, this one. I made all of those on Windows ME. All of these on Windows ME. Back in the day. I also made that on Windows ME, and this one was probably XP. These were pretty much all XP or 7. So, yeah, if you want me to go over the rest of them, definitely will. Part 2, later date. Again, this is a simple video, not requiring a whole lot of cognitive crap, and it's hard to play the game wrong or not have the game run because I know they're all going to run. So, again, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for being patient over the past couple weeks. And but I hope you're somehow able to still enjoy them. Thanks to you, and thanks to everybody who helped out with videos, especially to Akbakuku, because holy crap, he just literally made Druaga videos for my channel. So thanks a lot. Go check him out. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.